Hello and welcome everyone to the third week of Project Leap of Sins. Well, today we have a few things. We finally have the final visuals for the game, meaning that you'll be able to see, hopefully, what the final look and feel of the game will be, at least a little segment. Then we have the eye. New ambient sounds, like an outdoor spooky hellish sound and an indoor spooky indoor sound. Then we have the first AI kind of showcase, prototype, demo piece. And finally, we'll probably be playing a little bit of Dying Light, just to see how Dying Light handled the parkour and their game feel and so on, and hopefully learn a few things that I could maybe implement in my own system. So a lot of stuff visually has changed since the last stream. We have about 1.5 weeks left. We're gonna do as much as we can, but I think it's not gonna be doable. However, what we do want to achieve is to have a demo, like a polished demo, ready by the end of this 1.5 week. And so we can sign up for the Steam Next Fest as well, and hopefully gain some wish lists as well through that. And that will be your first look at the visuals. So the visuals turned out to be a bit like Borderlands. Initially, the idea behind the visuals was Lethal Company. I liked the visuals of Lethal Company. It was an interesting visuals that was, you can kind of mix match a lot of different assets that maybe don't fit together in normal circumstances, but this kind of posterization slash stylization of the whole environment makes these assets look like they were made together. So you can take like a really high quality, like for example here, you know, these trees, they're highly realistic. It doesn't look like it now. So these trees are highly realistic. They come from Quixel Bridge, and they're basically like 3D scans, you know? And then we have these cubes that aren't obviously highly realistic, they're cubes. And now if you turn on the shading, you'll see, maybe the cubes aren't that big of an example, but basically it stylizes the tree to the point where the cube doesn't stand out that much anymore. And even this character, which isn't textured in a realistic way, like looks as if it fits together with the trees, basically. And that was the goal behind this kind of texture. In the end, I think we kind of achieved the look of Lethal Company, but it actually looks more like Borderlands. I think if I go into play mode, it will showcase the game a bit more, because the game is definitely quite a bit more darker and spookier. But this light is just easier to showcase. So let's go into the building. So here's the pipes. Maybe let's just press play. Then we can see how the game looks like this. I'm gonna kill the sound for the game for now, because I want to pay more attention to the sounds later on. But yeah, so this is the final visuals of the game. You probably noticed that there's quite a severe pixelization of everything, and the way we did the pixelization, actually, I think somebody in chat, as well as Alex, our sound designer, kind of pointed this out, is instead of having a pixelization shader where we pixelate in post-process, which costs more performance, we decided to actually downscale the image. So if you have, I think by 50%, so if you have 1080p, we downscale the image to, what's half of 1080p? 540p, basically. And this creates this very natural pixelization, but the huge benefit that you get from doing this way is you get a massive performance boost. So you get pixelization that doesn't cost performance, but actually gives you performance back. And I think that's what Lethal Company did as well. And this allows us to create like we can put more emphasis on lighting, on fog. We can add a lot more visual stuff that would be really expensive otherwise. But since we downscale everything, basically, you know, if you play in 4K, you only play in 2K. This ends up actually working really well in our favor. So these are the visuals. The eye, oh yeah, that's gonna be a good one. So I made sure not to show you guys beforehand, but we have a massive eye. Where is it? Hello? Where's the eye? There it is. It's behind the building. we have a massive eye in the sky. So this is the mass... Oh, I died. I think we have to wait quite a bit, but it actually blinks. So... You know what's cool? It actually follows you around. So the easiest way to see that is when I fly up. Obviously, it's so far away, but you see how it like always looking at me? That's so cool. Oh, it's blinking. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. Go. There we go. And then it opens back up. Oh, it's so good. We can love this. The goal is that the fire inside is kind of animated, but I have to admit, I have no idea how I would do that. But we want to have the fire, you know, that the fire kind of circles like that it kind of feels like there's fire and fiery hell in there. To showcase the sound design a bit more, you go in, the environment sounds changes. So you hear less the hell sound and how the character breathes sometimes. So good. But anyways, the angels. Fallen angel, AI character. The AI will have to be redone or... Okay. So the angel is basically just a statue, or at least it looks like it. It's maybe a bit bloody for a statue. So the angel statue at first is in its passive state. And then when you don't look, oh, maybe you guys didn't see it. Oh, yeah, see that? Fucking creepy as fuck. I hate them. I hate them. You know how many times I put one in the corner and then forgot about it and it's just fucking scared the living crap out of me? No. And so for now they don't have a kill condition. So they just kind of push you. Which is gonna be in the game as well. It's like I want the statues to push you, like especially when you're like, imagine you're parkouring, right? And you like you're preparing for this huge jump that you're about to make, and then the angel just comes and eats you off. I would love to see like a streamer or a YouTuber play that and just be yeeted off by the statue. I can't wait to hear the screams of despair. Actually, there's one more thing, but that's not implemented in the angel yet. But they actually have an attack pose as well. So they have this passive pose, which obviously, you know, is the having the hands in front of the face. But my goal is to, when they're right behind the player, there is a time frame where they don't attack you, they just go into the attack pose. And this is supposed to, you know, lead the player to believe as he turns around and sees this freaking horrible angel demon creature in front of it, that he barely just managed to see it in time to survive. So it kind of, it fakes it a little bit, and that will be one of the jump scares. So imagine you're like walking and then you hear some stone grinding, you turn around and you see this behind you, like right behind you. Like you turn around and this is just in your face. And that's from the thumbnail, by the way, as well, obviously. So yeah, that's the game that we have for now. Maybe we should actually play through it. That could be interesting because I've just shown you guys the visuals, but it's a parkour game. So why not show the parkour? Yeah, exactly. No parkouring. I know. So yeah, this is the vault, as you can see. It's a bit dark, actually. Might make it a bit brighter. So you can jump. Oh, I also forgot to show the death animation, so maybe we'll do that later on. And then we have climbing mechanics as well. So I'm gonna skip this part because this is still a bit broken. Actually, maybe I can show it. I got good at it, but this is still to be changed. But basically we have a balancing, you know, like in most games where you have to balance over a pipe or something like that. And that's what we're trying to create here. But this is still in its very early prototype stages. So yeah, and then these floating islands. Can parkour properly. And so the way this works is actually it's aim based. As you see, you probably saw the circle there, and you have to aim at the area you want to grab, and that's how it works. So it's slightly skill based. It's not that easy to just pull off. It's not hard. I'm not gonna say it's like really hard. It gets hard if you may be under pressure, but as long as you take your time and you aim at the platforms, you will get them. But if, for example, I jump here, or I don't look into the right direction, then I wasn't supposed to fall like that, but I guess. I'm flying, by the way, because I don't want to die to the lava. I have to restart the level then. But yeah, so if... Hello, can you grab onto it? So you have to actually aim at the place you want to go. And if you aim properly, then you'll grab onto it. So yeah, that's kind of what we're going for. And it will be a bit like, you know, a bit random objects, just like only up, just because I like this kind of, you know, nonsense, like logic and physics don't make sense in hell, right? Oh, okay, I fell. But all the animations are made in-house as well, so our, like I said, animator and character artist did this for us. And there we go. That's the first part of the parkour. Then we arrive at the building, which now has the angel, so... Stay away, demon. Actually, that's a good place for the angel. Maybe I'll leave it there. I wanted to introduce the angels later on, but that could be a good first enemy. Stay away. I'm trying to get up here. Oh yeah, I can... Oh my god. It's fucking... No! Haha. Shitty angel. And then we have these kind of just floating... These all will be animated. I want to have, you know, that they like kind of float up and down. Really give the feeling of float. I think we're achieving quite good stuff with the means we have at our disposal. Anyways, so now you've seen the parkour. Still a bit clunky. I have a lot of work to do with the parkour. But yeah, that's the state of it now. Oh, something I can show as well are the death animations. We have some pretty funny death animations. So let's land into the lava. But anyways, this is one death animation. This is the spike. They get impaled. Actually, I think this will be more visible if I open my test level. You like the character being impaled? There's no sound effects yet. I imagine how it will sound with the gore sound effect, you know, like crunch and stuff like that, and blood. Now we're gonna play some Dying Light custom game. So, let's see. Game. No, I want to get back out of the thing. I really am looking forward to it when I play it. Okay, so they have that kind of same first person. I actually think ours is better, sound-wise, sound design-wise. Their game is also way more massive, you know, but sound design-wise and animation-wise, I think we see a bit more. But their animations transition smoother, which is my fault. I'm not sure how to make them transition smoothly. Like if you do this, which I'm doing now, and you just walk in circles, it's very snappy. So we'll look at it later on, but this is very snappy in my game. The running acceleration, it takes a long ass time. I didn't remember that. Oh, do you see that? Do you see the FOV increasing as you run? Very standard trick to make you feel like you're faster than you actually are. So jumping doesn't feel so good. I remember it feeling better. It feels very floaty actually. Like the gravity feels low, if that makes sense. But I guess that's to give you time to actually like react and play. Like react to all the things. No, that was... So they have different kind of climbing. So there's one where you barely make it. Kind of like this. Where you're like, ugh, and then you pull yourself up. And there's one when you actually have... When you land with your knees, basically. No, that was still not it. And you kind of quick climb it. See? See? That's a pretty cool detail. And it feels really satisfying when you pull it off. I can see speedrunners actually noticing this, like using this to, you know, not get slowed. So it's a pretty cool speed run kind of thing.
Outside, if you stop,
Can you vault over stuff? Okay, so vaulting is Pretty basic, I would say. But feels good. I like how the vaulting feels. I think our vaulting is more iconic, but our vaulting is a bit interruptive. So it doesn't really keep your momentum as well. So maybe I'll do some tweaks to the vaulting. Press space to grab the ledge you're looking at. So actually they did it the same way I did as well. So you have to look at stuff for it to work. Although my game does allow you to climb stuff like this without looking at it. But that's very cool. So... Damn, that feels good. Can't like... Oh, what the hell was that? Look. This makes me so happy. Because my game glitches out just like that as well. Like this kind of stuff, like I feel it, you know? Like this, I've been fighting against this for so long that the fact that this game has it as well makes me feel a lot better about myself. So that's their climbing. Oh, that's cool. The parkour feels very similar, actually. Funnily enough. But I guess makes sense. Like, oh, that feels way better than the system I have. So it just goes into this pose and the arm follows like that. That might be better than what I have. Maybe I'll steal this. I wish I could go into third person and see how the body behaves. Because I'm fairly certain... Yeah, see the legs follow as well. The legs are just nowhere. I wonder if the legs actually even touch the ground. Dude, I'm having a blast right now, deconstructing everything. Okay. And now we jump to there. Oh, that felt really bad though. Oops. And this game is so good. The scale of it just feels so good.
Go talk to Spike. You'll find him near Zeta's truck. He's got the first real job for you.
So, see, this balancing mechanic that they have here, it just makes you walk in a balanced way. I wish they would actually have a mini game, you know, where you have to press like counter to not fall, because this just is just animation. It doesn't actually matter, except when you obviously walk too much to the left or right. So that's what I'm trying to add in my game next. An actual like balancing mini game, if that makes sense. Okay. But overall, yeah, I'm not super impressed with the parkour of this game. I had it in memory, but probably because when I played Dying Light 2, I never really played any parkour game that was as good as that. I didn't even play Mirror's Edge yet. But now that I'm replaying it, especially after I made the parkour system, this isn't that good. It's smooth, but it's not that good. Which like is very encouraging for me. And next stream we'll play a proper horror game, because I want, like, I'm not big on horror, and I'm making a horror game, and that just doesn't sit right with me. How am I supposed to make like a proper spooky things if I don't know, if I didn't play anything properly spooky? Okay, that's enough. Quit. Yes. So yeah, a few things to take note from this was, first of all, the hand. Let's compare it. I wanna hear your opinions as well. I think sound design wise we're better. Everything makes realistic noise when you grab onto a metal ledge. Yeah, definitely. This still needs some oomph, because you're like hard landing, right? You're hard landing on this, like proper slam, you know? So this is how I have it set up. The hand just goes and then it blocks your camera at this angle. And the hand doesn't follow you. I think this isn't too bad either. I can't make the character... I think the main reason why they make the hand move with it is if I let the camera, the player, like go further with the camera, he'll look into this. And you know, that's not great, you know, like I don't want the player to see this. So if I think that's why the reason why they locked the hand to the camera and why the hand moves with the camera, so the body kind of moves with the camera. But since I have a more a bigger body view, basically, like you see your body a bit more than in, like if you look down, you see your feet and everything. I can't afford such stuff as rotating the entire, like do whatever I want with the up down body as well. Oh yeah, let's look at our vaulting. So the character in Dying Light was just kind of hovering over them. We actually have a proper vault animation where your body kind of comes forward and you vault over it. And I have to say, I kind of like that. Thank you everyone for coming by, hanging out. It was really nice today. I really enjoyed playing a little bit as well. But yeah, have a good one, y'all, and see you next time. Bye bye.